Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning, everyone. Let's try to get started this morning. We have a relatively short docket this morning on this election day, Tuesday, March the 1st. I'm going to ask any attorney with a quick announcement to please know the number on the docket and to give me a reaction button so that I can know that you are ready to have your case called. We'll start with Ms. Melinda Diaz. You're on mute.
Good morning, Your Honor. I have number 33 to 36 on your docket. Ariel Torres.
All right, number 30.
I did get a message from her that she was on, so I'm hoping she's here.
Give me 1 second. This is CR 2106-750H, CR 2112-043H, CR 2112-044H, 2106-751H, State of Texas versus Ariel Torres. Is Ariel Torres present? And if you're on mute, please unmute yourself. Ariel Torres. I have a note here that a motion for continuance was granted for Ariel Torres on February the 15th, and she must be present here today. Is Ariel Torres present? If you're on mute, please unmute yourself. Ariel Torres. Doesn't seem as if Ariel Torres is present. This is the second time she's missed, Ms. Diaz.
Yes, Judge.
What says the state?
State requests judgment NISA be granted. KP is issued and bonds forfeited to the state of Texas.
Judgment NISA will be granted. KP is issued. Bond forfeited for the arrest of the defendant Ariel Torres for her failure to appear. Ms. Diaz, if she makes contact with you or you make contact with her, please let her know that we're available every Tuesday and Thursday morning or afternoon for that matter. You can bring her in and we can recall the NISA.
Your Honor, I have spoken to her. I spoke to her yesterday. She sent me a text message this morning that she was on. My question, Your Honor, is if for whatever reason she's not here, do I have to go with her when she presents herself because of the NISA?
You could do it via Zoom. You don't have to even show it. You just have her log on a Tuesday or Thursday.
Oh, any Tuesday or Thursday.
Any Tuesday or Thursday.
Okay, Judge, I'll tell her that.
This is can I make it? You can log on from your home. You can log on from your work. You can log on from, your car, and all you have to do is log on. But sometimes people find that difficult now because.
Hey, Judge, may I ask the court to keep me on for a few more minutes? I'm calling her on the line and see if I can get her.
Sure, no problem.
Okay, thank you.
No worries. Mr. Trevino, who do you have?
Good morning, Your Honor. Gregorio Trevino for Roosevelt Vega. Roosevelt Vega, Judge, I don't know what's on the docket, Your Honor. I'm on the road. I'm a passenger, Judge. So,
38 and 39, Judge.
38 and 39.
Thank you, Uri. Thank you.
You're welcome.
CR 2104-163H, CR 2104-162H, State of Texas versus Roosevelt Vasquez Vega.
Your Honor, he is on, Your Honor.
All right, your announcement.
Yes, Your Honor. We did submit. I got it straightened out with a PTD, Your Honor. We had been missing the drug test. He took the UA. We submitted it, so it's been submitted, Your Honor.
All right, so we're just waiting on a response from the DA's office as to the PD, correct?
Yes, Your Honor, and I would like some time, Judge.
Correct. Let me go ahead and give you April 21st.
421, yes, Your Honor.
At 9:30.
Very well, Judge.
All right, Roosevelt Vasquez Vega, stay in contact with Mr. Trevino. We'll see you on April 21st, 2022 at 9:30 in the morning, okay?
Thank you. Everyone have a good day.
Thank you, you too.
You too.
All right, Mr. Cavazos, what do you have?
Good morning, Your Honor. Jaime Casas here, number 23, Oscar Ortega, Judge. I believe he is on the screen.
Number 23. I see him there waving. Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
All right, this is CR 2108-666H, State of Texas versus Oscar Ortega. A bond modification. We do have no violations reported, which is great. And your announcement, Mr. Cavazos.
Your Honor, we are in the process of turning in all the PTD and getting a response from the DA.
Judge, for the court's knowledge, he tested positive for drug use, THC, yesterday.
How did he get drug tested?
I'm assuming part of the application for the PTD.
Judge, that's correct, Judge. We are reaching out to the PTD division, see if he was be able to retest.
All right, let me go ahead and give you April the 12th. That gives him enough time to clean up, and we'll see what the DA's office has to say a retest, April 12th, 9:30.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Judge. That's all I have. May I be excused, my client?
Your excuse, thank you.
Stay safe. Thank you, Judge.
You too, bye-bye. Mr. Wise.
Yes, Your Honor. Good
Good
morning.
morning.
I've got Denise Arieli Moncada. She is on as Denise Moncada.
Number 22.
It's CR 21-07717-H.
All right.
It is a DWI. The PTD packet was sent to Ms. Moncada, and we're just awaiting for her to return it and file it.
All right. Ms. Moncada, is there any particular reason why you have not been able to return that to Mr. Wise's office? And you're on mute, by the way. If you can unmute yourself.
Hello?
Yes, I can hear you now.
Oh, sorry. Yes?
Is there any particular reason? I understand Mr. Wise is saying that he's requested some information from you and he's still waiting for that information.
I haven't received anything by mail or email.
Your Honor, it was sent, I'm looking at it right now. It was sent to Moncada with a K 21@hotmail.com and Moncada with a K 21@hotmail.com. It was sent to her October 25th. The application and the documents we needed.
Okay. Yes, I did. They called me yesterday. I have a problem with the last email that I gave them, and I have a new one, and I can't get in. I don't have access to that email anymore. I could not go in for a couple of months already, and I didn't know I had that email.
Here's what I'm going to ask, Ms. Moncada. Please stay in contact with Mr. Wise's office. I trust that you have his office number, so that you don't have to give your email over an open channel right now since we're live on YouTube. Make contact with him today. Give them your email so that they can send you that information. I'm going to reset your case for April 21st. April 21st. So between now and then, the application needs to be filled out and submitted, okay?
Okay, sure. Yes.
And we'll see you
Will
on
that
April
also,
21st.
will that also be at, I'm sorry, will that also be at 9?
At 9:30.
9:30, April 21st. All right.
Thank you, Your Honor. That's all I have. May I be excused?
Yes, y'all stay in communication with each other, please.
Be safe, Your Honor. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Let me move over to Ms. Barredo. Paloma, 19 and 20.
Good morning, Judge.
Good morning. You're here
Number
for
19 and 20.
Juan Enrique Medrano Jr., CR
Yes, Judge.
21-504H and CR 21-12-505H. Bond was modified. I'm showing here that your client has not provided any proof of mobile device.
Yes, Judge. The last hearing we were at, you had advised him to get it installed by Friday, Judge. But he tried to get the device last week before Friday with Sober Sense. Apparently, Judge, you can't just walk in and get it on the same day. He was advised that he had to wait and get an appointment. So the earliest he could get was today at 10 a.m. So I believe he's on the Zoom in his car waiting for that appointment, Judge. So he should have it by today.
Okay. All right. And as long as we can get confirmation, Ms. Barredo,
Yes.
I have no problem. You just need to get, and I guess Mr. Medrano, as soon as you get that device installed, give Ms. Barredo your confirmation of the receipt that you do have it installed, and next week's court date will be reset, okay? I'm going to set you a court date for next week just because I want to make sure that you have it. Next week is the 7th, is that correct? The 8th, I'm sorry, the 8th. So
Yes, Judge.
I'm gonna set it up for 3/8/2022 at 9:30. Ms. Barredo, as soon as you get confirmation, if you get confirmation, please let us know. We will definitely give you a date sometime in late April, but for now, I'm going to keep it for next Tuesday, the 8th at 9:30, okay?
I will, Judge. Thank you.
No problem. So again, next Tuesday, but as soon as I get confirmation, Mr. Medrano, we'll give you a late April date. Stay in contact with Ms. Barredo. She'll take care of the rest for you. All right,
Thank you, Judge. May we be excused?
your excuse, thank you. All right, Ms. Garcia, Galinda Garcia.
Good morning, Your Honor. I'm here on Robert Salcio, Your Honor, case number 21-03892-H. Judge, I had filed a request, a motion for competency, Judge. This is the 7th appearance that I make trying to get him tested, Judge, and the last time that we appeared, it was in January, January the 18th to be exact. And at that time, I made the same announcement that I'm making today, Judge. I don't know what to do to get him tested, Judge, and I can't, like I said, this is the 7th.
I think I signed, Mr. Heller, it looks like I signed the order for the competency evaluation back in September 20th.
Right, and what happened at that time, Judge, the gentleman attends an adult daycare, and I called the DA's office. I advised him that the adult daycare was not able to take him. Could we get a reset date so that the adult daycare can take him, because he doesn't drive. He lives alone. He has no one to take him other than the adult daycare center that makes all the appointments for him, doctor's appointments and everything else, Judge. And, you know, that was the announcement that I made, and I just don't know. I myself have tried to call Dr. Pina, Judge, just to facilitate the process, and I have not been able to get him tested.
Mr. Heller, any information?
None, Judge. I don't have any emails or any reports provided from him. I can reach out to Dr. Pina's office and see if we can get something done, but it sounds like a big part of the issue is the adult daycare. So maybe an order from the bench ordering the daycare to take him to the evaluation might help.
Is this one of those cases where the victim is maybe a family member and we're just kind of
No,
wasting resources? No?
no, Your Honor. The alleged victim is someone that attends the adult daycare center that he attends as well, and there's no issue there, Judge. It was just crazy. But I have to do my job, Your Honor.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, I'm at a loss in the sense that I don't know if I can order that daycare to take him to an evaluation. I mean, if that's not their scope of their employment, of their what they do, can we ask for them? Can I order them to go out and, you know, carry on this other responsibility?
You mean order the daycare center?
Correct. That's what Mr. Heller.
Oh, no, yeah. I don't know that.
Take the daycare, have the daycare, order the daycare to go and take him to the evaluation with Dr. Pina. Because
No.
otherwise, who else is going to take him? And
Right, but then the other problem is gonna be that if you schedule a date without conferring with Dr. Pina, if he's not available, then we're gonna be back in court saying he wasn't available. So it has to be coordinated with the doctor.
right,
And
yeah, therein lies the problem. And he's out on bond. That's why I was asking, is this a family member? Is this a case where the state might say, you know what, we'll take the affidavit of non-prosecution if there's one. We'll, you know, I don't, it's an assault. That's why I'm asking. Usually these tend to resolve themselves that way.
And just the facts are just very conflicting, and the alleged victim attends the same adult daycare center that this gentleman attends. They're both there. There's been no issues, and there have never been any issues in the past. It was just a very controversial facts that occurred on that day. So I don't know. And this gentleman, I can't go forward unless he gets tested, if the state insists on pursuing the charges.
Okay, well, Mr. Heller, then what other option do we have?
Judge, I just sent an email to Dr. Pina to contact me regarding this defendant. I'm gonna try to schedule something. In the meantime, we're gonna look at the facts of the case and see what we can do.
Okay.
Judge, who was the previous prosecutor? I'm trying to look at my notes because I remember that the previous prosecutor tried to do the same thing, but I don't remember who it was.
It was Jose Garcia, but he's in felony now.
Oh, he's in felony now. Okay.
Okay. Let me give you about 3 weeks, Ms. Garcia, so I can have Mr. Heller try to reach out now that he's taking on this responsibility. 3 weeks down the road will put us the 22nd of March at 9:30.
That's fine, Judge.
Yeah, I mean, I just, that's all I can do at this point.
I'm just wondering if the court wouldn't just give us a full month. That would put us into the 29th.
The 29th of April, you mean? Or May?
I'm sorry, what was the
March.
date that you gave me? Was it March or April?
I gave you March, but I can give you April too, if that's something that you prefer.
That might be better. That way, he has a more time or enough time to contact Dr. Pina.
Right, April 12th at 9:30. That's a little over a month.
April. That's fine, Your Honor.
Okay,
Thank you. May we
you're
be
welcome.
excused?
You're excused. Thank you.
Your Honor,
Yes, Melinda, did you?
my client is on, Judge. She's on there as Ariel.
I do see her there. Give me the number one more time on the docket.
It was 33 through 36, Your Honor. She has 4.
33, yes. Okay, Ariel Torres, ma'am, can you unmute?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, good morning, Ms. Torres.
Good morning.
All right, the court had previously taken out an ISI for you not logging on, but I see that you are on now, and the court will recall that NISI. And I'll take an announcement
Thank
from
you.
Diaz in terms of time and what her request is.
Your Honor, there is a felony pending out of 2 of the same transactions, Judge. So we're waiting on that in order to resolve this issues. So we'd ask the court for some time. We're waiting on the felony.
All right. Are those felony drug charges by any chance?
Yes, Judge. It's out of the same transaction.
All right, let me go ahead and give you an early June date. Those have been taking a little longer than usual. Give me 1 second. I'll give you an early.
Yes, Judge.
All right, June the 7th.
Okay. And as always, Judge, if we're able to resolve it before, I just can call your court, correct?
Absolutely, any Tuesday, Thursday.
Thank you, Your Honor. Having nothing further, may we be excused?
You may, Ms.
Thank
Torres,
you.
we'll see you June 7th. If
June
not,
7th?
yeah, June 7th, if not sooner, but if it's sooner, then you're gonna be in communication with Ms. Diaz, so just stay in contact with her.
Okay, yes, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Mr. Carlos Garcia.
Good morning, Judge. This is number 11 on the docket, the state of Texas versus Joshua Bernardino. Cause number CR2106584H.
Joshua Cibrian Bernardino. Are you present? Joshua Bernardino Cibrian. If you're on mute, please unmute yourself. Joshua.
I did send him all the information, Your Honor, but it's I also filed a motion to withdraw. It's just been very difficult for me to represent Mr. Cibriano.
Let me do this. I'm going to grant you a motion for continuance because you just filed the motion, correct? Or have you filed the motion to withdraw? I mean, are you making a motion or has it already been on file for 3 days?
It's been on file for, I don't remember exactly the date that it was filed, but I had filed it on January 25th.
Okay, no, it's been on file for enough time. Okay. And you're still urging that request?
I am, Your Honor.
Right. Motion to withdraw is granted. And Mr. Cibrian is not present, so what says the state?
The request judgment Nyside be granted, KPS issued in bonds forfeited to the state of Texas.
Judgment Nyside will be granted. KPS issue bond forfeited to the state for the arrest of the defendant Joshua Cibrian for his failure to appear. Mr. Garcia, your motion to withdraw was granted, and therefore your responsibilities hereby, cease to continue. But I do need an order. You filed a motion with no order.
I'll get that to the court, Your Honor. I apologize for that.
No problem. I'll sign off on it as soon as we get it.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
May I be excused, Your Honor?
Yes, sir. You're excused.
Thank you.
All right. Eloy, what do you have?
Good morning, Judge. I'm here on number 41 on your criminal docket, Jesus Zaleta.
CR 14, 4183H. Jesus Olivares Zaleta. No bond modification in this case. Is he present? I do see him there, Jesus Olivares Zaleta. Your announcement, Eloy.
Yes, Your Honor, he is present from my law office. Your Honor, this is an old case. It was an old Nyside. He got arrested for felony possession of controlled substance charge that I checked this morning, Your Honor. It is still no CR number yet. I believe it's still pending an intake. It was from October of last year. The court had agreed to release him on bond on this particular case. He's been out on bond since October, Your Honor. I did receive the written discovery on this case, Your Honor. I wanted to respectfully ask the court for a little time. I'm not too sure if there's a video on this case, Mr. Heller. I don't know
I will look into it.
if so I can submit a USB, Your Honor, and
There is one DVD.
there is, okay.
Now,
I'll submit a USB, Your Honor.
we'll be waiting on that felony, correct?
Yes, Your Honor, that's one thing that I was not appointed to represent him on that case, so I don't know who's representing him, but it hasn't gone to court yet. I know it's been about 6 months already, so hopefully it'll be getting indicted sometime in the next few months. But
Let me go ahead and give you a June 7th date.
June
I
7th.
believe Since it's a drug charge, it's a felony, those take a little longer. We'll give you June 7th at 9:30. We'll see where we're at. If you need to bring him before us sooner, we're available every Tuesday, Thursday.
Will do, Your Honor, and I'll submit a USB to the DA's office, Your Honor.
Perfect, sounds good.
May my client and I be excused, Your Honor?
Both of y'all are excused. Thank you so much. Have a
Thank you,
good night.
Judge. Have a good day.
All right, Jaime Roel,
Good morning, Your Honor. This is number 31 on your criminal docket. Joe Abbott Rodriguez.
CR 21067068H, State of Texas versus Joe Abbott Rodriguez.
And he is present under Zuleika Maciel.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning. All right, your announcement, Mr. Garcia?
Your Honor, my client picked up a federal charge and he has court sometime in March. So we're asking for a reset sometime in April.
All right, how about April 28th?
That sounds good, Your Honor.
April 28th, 2022 at 9:30.
Thank you, Your Honor. That's all we have. May we be excused.
Mr. Rodriguez, stay in contact with Mr. Garcia. We'll see you on April 28th at 9:30.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. All right, Mr. Kennedy,
Morning, Judge.
good morning.
Judge, I have number 24 and 25 on your docket, Mr. Ricardo Pena.
Number 24 and 25, CR 2109-826H and CR 2110-255H, State of Texas versus Ricardo Pena.
Judge, I believe the notes on this case indicate, Alex Webster from the state, the notes on this case indicate that we were to staff the case with Melissa, the chief, and we have staffed the cases with Melissa and with Amy. We did extend several offers to opposing counsel. He has rejected all of them. So at this point, Judge, I understand that they have some type of federal case, but the state will not be dismissing the charges.
All right, Mr. Kennedy.
Judge, we have filed a motion for speedy trial in both of these cases, and we're urging that the court set it for a speedy trial date, Your Honor.
All right, is he present, Ricardo Pena?
He's in federal penitentiary, Your Honor.
Oh, he's in federal penitentiary, so we're gonna have to rid him down.
Correct.
I believe he has a federal hold as well as another type of hold due to some other cases going on.
Okay, so do you want the first available trial setting and then we try to get him down here, Mr. Kennedy, or how does the state want to proceed on this?
Judge, the state's offer was $100 fine, court costs, and time served. And that was that was the lowest recommendation we could offer. And we would dismiss the other case. That would be a plea on the assault case for dismissal of the other case that's pending, but that was rejected.
The issue, Judge, is that there's three ways to dispose of a case right now. The first way is for the defendant to take a plea offer. The second is for the state to dismiss, and the third is for a trial setting. The state won't dismiss, and we can't plead him because we're not on the visitors list for the U.S. Marshal, so we can't even see him to sign him up. So those two options are eliminated. So the only last thing to do is urge a speedy trial motion and have him written down.
And then try to plea him out when he's here, if that's something he accepts?
Yeah, we can't even speak to him over the phone to see if he will take the plea or offer, Your Honor. So he's gonna have to get written down no matter what.
Right.
But to preserve his speedy trial right, just to make sure he doesn't, spend years in the federal pen and then get out with a hold, we have to urge a motion for speedy trial.
Judge, the state has no objection to a PR bond on this on these cases if he's going to be able to address the federal cases.
I don't think we could agree to a PR bond, Judge. I mean, he's in prison anyway, so he might as well get credit.
It's true.
I mean, the state's already offering time served if that helps with that situation at all.
All right, let me go ahead and give you the quickest date I can give you, Mr. Kennedy, is April 28th.
That's fine, Your Honor.
April 28th, 2022 at 1:30 for a docket call on both of these cases with the trial on May 2nd, 2022, also at 1:30. We need to work on that writ so that we can have him brought down. Who will prepare that writ? DA's office?
Judge, when I had a motion for speedy trial issue pop up in court too, the case law says that the burden is on the state to issue the writ of habeas corpus ad prosecundum.
We can issue the writ, Judge.
Okay, we'll see you then. Issue the writ for April 28th at 1:30, so we can have him in Hidalgo County in anticipation for that docket call hearing.
And Judge, when he's written down, he may take the plea offer. I don't know, but we just don't know because we have time.
That's why it's good that we have him here by April 28th at 1:30. So that's going to be an important date for us to learn so that we can know whether to plea him out or whether or not we're going to go to trial on the 2nd of May.
Yeah, in which case did you want to set, Judge? Both of them, one of them?
Let's set them both up.
Okay.
He's going to be here. I want him to be brought down on both, and then we can try to dispose of both of them, or we can make a decision on the 28th.
Sounds fine, Judge.
Okay.
Thank you, Your Honor. Have a good day to your staff.
Thank you. You too.
Thanks.
All right. Mr. Flores, Moises.
Yes, Judge. Good morning.
Good morning. Let's see. What number do you have?
I have number 15, Judge. Silvino Mendoza Landa. DWI.
1806-948, Silvino Mendoza Landa.
Yes, Judge.
I have a note here. Defendant hasn't provided proof of the alcohol mobile device, and I guess he picked up a new DWI, and the court ordered that he obtain that upon his release. Do you have any information on whether he's obtained?
Yes, Judge. So Mr. Landa doesn't have a vehicle, Judge. His vehicle was stolen. And he doesn't have, he's not operating a motor vehicle at the moment, Judge. I did speak to him about this issue, about him, complying with the conditions of bond, but he does not. He informed me that he does not have a vehicle. His vehicle was stolen. He does construction work, and it was stolen along with his equipment.
Well, the good news is that I'm not asking for a device that's going to be installed in a vehicle. I'm asking for a mobile device. So he doesn't have to have, he can be riding a bike.
Yes, that's correct, Judge. he should be connected right now. He does not speak English, Judge, but he understood that it was an interlock device for the vehicle, and that's why he had not gotten one, Judge.
Right.
But if he needs to get a mobile one, then he will comply with that, Judge.
All right, Carlos, will you ask Mr. Landa, who has his camera off and on mute, if he can unmute himself?
Señora Landa, si puede encender su micrófono y su cámara, por favor. Silvino Landa, si puede encender su cámara y su micrófono.
¿Lo pongo en video?
¿Está para un video?
Yes, please.
Sí.
Ahí está.
There?
¿Ya está listo o no?
No, señor.
Ok.
Now we go. There we go.
Ahí está.
Okay, Mr. Landa, the court had given you a bond and
¿Me puede hablar en español?
Ahorita lo voy a traducir, sir.
Ok.
so you have a pending DWI before the court.
Señor Landa, usted tiene una ofensa de manejo intoxicado pendiente aquí ante la corte.
You picked up a new DWI while out on bond.
Y levantó una nueva ofensa cuando estaba bajo fianza.
Your attorney came and requested that the court consider granting you a bond.
Su abogado vino ante la corte pidiendo que le diera yo una fianza.
And this was back on February the 9th.
Esto fue atrás en el 9 de febrero.
The court granted you that granted that request.
La corte le dio ese pedido.
But ordered that you have a mobile alcohol monitoring device installed on your person.
Pero le ordenó que instalara un aparato móvil en su persona.
Since then, my understanding is you have not complied with that condition of the court's order.
Desde entonces es mi entendimiento que usted no ha cumplido con esa orden de la corte.
Es que no le entendí cuando fue en inglés. No le pude entender yo.
It's because I did not understand. It was in English. I did not understand.
Okay. Well, today is Tuesday, March the 1st.
Hoy es martes, el 1 de marzo.
I'm going to give you till Friday to install a mobile device.
Lo voy a dar hasta el viernes para que obtenga ese aparato móvil.
¿Y dónde lo puedo agarrar?
Where can I get that?
I'll put you in a breakout room right now with our probation officer so she can give you the list of all the vendors and you can pick one. But it has to be a mobile device.
Ahorita lo voy a poner en otra sala con la oficial de nosotros de probation para que le explique todo eso. Pero va a ser un aparato móvil.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm going to set, Mr. Flores, I'm going to reset this case for next Tuesday, which is the 8th of March. March 8th, 2022 at 9:30, just to confirm that he has a device. If he has a device and he can provide us proof that he has a device, then just call us, Mr. Flores, and we'll give you another date sometime down the road. We'll follow your lead on the dates. But right now, because we have 2 DWIs pending before the court's concern is the safety and well-being of the community. So I'm going to order that he have that mobile device installed by no later than Friday.
Well, Judge, we'll provide the court with for that.
And again, once we get the proof, if you need a date in April or May, not a problem. Okay.
Yes, Judge.
All right.
Thank you, Judge.
Carlos, let him know that he has to return back here next Tuesday if he hasn't installed the device.
Señor Landa, si no obtiene el aparato para este viernes, vamos a regresar aquí el próximo martes, el 8 de marzo.
If you do get the device,
si obtienes el aparato,
then stay in contact with Mr. Flores and he'll go ahead and give you a reset date down the road.
Entonces quédese en comunicación con su abogado y le damos otra fecha más adelante.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Any questions, sir?
Una pregunta, señor.
Sí, lo que pasa es que yo no he estado manejando ahorita ni nada porque pues.
Silvino, yo hablo contigo tocante eso, ¿ok?
Ok.
You have till Friday, sir.
Tiene hasta el viernes, señor.
Ok, gracias.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Flores. We'll see you Tuesday. If not, unless you let us know that he already has it, in which case we'll give you another.
Yeah, Judge, thank you. Have a good day, Judge.
You too. Ms. De Luna.
Good morning, Your Honor. Here on number 27 on your criminal docket, Angel Ramos, it's CR 21-01584-H. Your Honor, in this case, it is going to be a PTD POM. However, I have not been able to meet with them. We haven't been able to get a date to sit down and get that signed up. If we could get just a very short reset, I should be able to get that done here in the next coming week.
All right, is Angel Ramos present?
Yes, sir. Good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Ramos. You're under the iPhone. Perfect. Okay, quick reset. About 30 days, Ms. Luna, or less?
Judge, even less would be if possible.
Sure, I can give you maybe 2 weeks.
That would be great, Your Honor.
Give me a 2-week reset. All right, how about March 22nd?
That's perfect, Your Honor. I'll definitely meet with him before then so we can get that paperwork signed up.
Okay, and it's gonna be a PTD placement. So let me give you a 2 o'clock setting, okay?
Okay.
Perfect.
Well,
So
it's a PTD POM. I don't know if it's the placement's any different, Your Honor.
it's the same.
Okay.
So I'll give you a 2 o'clock setting on the 22nd, okay?
Thank you, Your Honor.
Mr. Ramos, stay in contact with Ms. De Luna. We'll see you on March 22nd, but at 2 o'clock, not at 9:30, okay? 2 o'clock.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you, sir.
You're excused.
Thank you, Judge. That's all I have. Maybe excuse me, my client.
Yes, both of y'all are excused. Thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
Yes.
Judge, can we place Victoria and Mr. Landa in a breakout room?
Oh, that's right. That's right. I apologize. Yes. Thank you for letting me know. I'll remind you about that. All right, Carlos, will you let him know to accept the invitation?
Landa, si puede aceptar la invitación que le mandé ahí en su pantalla.
All right, Ms. Guerra, what do you have?
Your Honor, I have, and I don't know the number on your docket. I haven't checked that, but his name is Ruben Andres Reyes. He has 3 cases, CR 21-01956H, 21-01957, and 20-10703. Your Honor, I've been trying to get a hold of him. We contacted him several times yesterday by phone, no answer. And then as of today, his phone had been disconnected. We did make contact with his mother, who said she would have him call us, and he didn't. So I was trying to get a reset of the case so I could have more time to communicate with him. It could be that he's working out of town. Is not able to access a phone. So I'm not sure if the court wants to take a nice eye at this time or allow me more time to try to get a hold of him.
Since you are making efforts to reach out to him, I'll grant you a motion for continuance.
Thank
We
you,
will
Judge.
we will jot down that we've granted this continuance. So if he doesn't show up by our next hearing, then a warrant will be issued for his arrest. I'll give you till April the 12th.
Very good. That's all the business I have. May I be excused?
Yes, you may. Thank you.
Have a good day.
You too. All right, Mr. Osorio, what do you have?
Good morning, Judge. I have numbers 6, 7, 8, and 9 on your criminal docket, Your Honor. Same defendant, the state of Texas versus Ricardo Cano Jr.
Right, I thought I saw Mr. Ricardo Cano. I do see him there.
Yeah, he should be on the screen, Judge.
All right, CR 20-01848H, CR 20-09000H, CR 21-13-707H. State of Texas versus Ricardo Cano Jr. Your announcement, Mr. Osorio.
Good morning, Your Honor. For the record, Alberto Osorio on behalf of Mr. Cano. Judge, as the court can see, Mr. Cano has a bundle of cases. I have received an offer from the state. However, Your Honor, I would like a little bit more time so I can reach out to Mr. Heller just to kind of clarify some of these details about the offer, Judge, to include one of the cases that's not included in the offer, Judge. So at this juncture, I respectfully ask for some additional time so we can get that squared away, Judge.
No problem. Let me give you April 12th. That gives you a little over a month.
Perfect, Judge.
If this turns into be a plea, just let us know and we'll move it from 9:30 to 2 o'clock, okay?
Perfect, Judge. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
That's all I have before this court may be excused.
You and Mr. Cano are both excused. Have a good day.
Thank you, Judge. Likewise.
All right. Ms. Bettis, what do you have? Ms. Pettis, you're on mute.
I'm sorry, Your Honor, I was juggling another hearing.
Oh, okay.
I'm ready, Judge.
Okay.
I apologize.
Let me call.
I have two, go ahead.
Yeah, let me start off with number 16, CR 21-094-69H, Aaron Lerma.
Yes, Your Honor. In this case, we're asking for a little bit of additional time. We haven't received a rec on this case. The last time we were here, it was we were asking for an eyesight to be removed, and I believe he had some mobile device issues, Your Honor. I apologize, Your Honor, my computer's going off. I still need to get a rec on this case.
Is Mr. Lerma present?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. So unfortunately, Ms. Pettis, I'm noticing that on the last report, so we recalled an eyesight and gave the first verbal admonishment on January 25th. From the report that began on January 27th to February 25th, which was the next month, I have 18 skip tests and 1 positive test. I'm not sure if you were aware of that.
I'm not, Your Honor. I was aware that there were some lockout issues the last time that we discussed this.
Right, and that may have been beforehand, and then we continue to have some violations with skip test. As I mentioned, and I keep mentioning, skip tests are viewed as positives, but we even have a positive back on February 17th. So unfortunately, what that means is that now we need to take a sanction. There has to be a sanction associated with it since a first verbal admonishment has already been given.
Yes, Your Honor.
What is the opinion of the state, and what recommendations does the state have in terms of sanctions?
Judge, perhaps AIP? From this point, maybe scram.
Your Honor, I have some notes here on my file from before the last hearing, and referenced it to my client trying to request a time change due to his work and school schedule. Your Honor, I don't know if that's part of the issues here. I do understand there was a positive test.
Right.
Your Honor, and so I just wanted to put that on the record.
Right.
Since I have those notes here.
And see, and one of the things and this is the reason why I'm so adamant about bringing it up and saying, if you have, when I give a verbal admonishment, I mention it and I harp on it. If there's any issues with respect to the windows, then right then and there is the time to discuss it with Ms. Rodriguez, so that we cannot have this problem later where there's a subsequent violation and we're bringing up subsequent issues with respect to windows, because we have already addressed those issues with windows. We've already kind of had a problem, and, or we didn't have a problem and it was just a violation, in which case it was like, okay, well, I'm sorry, I messed up. I didn't think y'all were watching. I didn't think y'all were checking. Some courts don't check. My friend in another court, has never gotten sanctioned, whatever. It doesn't matter. Here in this court, we make them aware of the fact that we're watching, we're monitoring. We make them aware that if there's any issues with respect to their windows, then and there is a time to address that. And in this situation, we still have a BAC violation. Why don't we do this? Why don't I, if you don't mind waiting, Ms. Pettis, just a couple minutes. I'm just going to make an announcement from Mr. Munoz, Mr. Tejo, and then I'd like to staff this one with you and see what we can do, since we're already, this is a second DWI, and that's another concern. So I have a second DWI with at least 1 previous admonishment, and we have more violations. So
yes,
clearly that this is a concern for the safety and well-being of the community. So let me just visit with Mr. George Munoz and Mr. Tejo, and then I'll be right back and we'll staff it in chambers.
If you don't mind, Judge, can I log out really quick and log back on a different device? I was juggling some hearings. I'd rather put this back on my other device.
No problem.
Judge, I did have one more case on your docket.
Okay.
It was State versus Miguel Angel Aguilar, Your Honor, CR-21-07277-H.
All right. Yes, it's number 3.
Your Honor, we've lost contact with this client. We've been attempting to contact him by mail, email, and phone. I don't believe he's logged on, Your Honor. I don't know whether the court would give me any extra time to try to contact with him, or what the court's.
Yeah, if you're making that request, Ms. Bettis, I have no problem giving you additional time.
Yes, Your Honor. So I don't know that he was aware of this date.
Let me go ahead and grant you a motion for continuance. It'll be granted, and I'll go ahead and reset your case for a little over 30 days to try to make contact in case you need to send correspondence by mail, April
Yes,
12th at 9:30.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
I'll log right back in shortly.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
George, you have
Judge number 26 on the court docket, Juan Ramirez.
that's CR 2109-893H, Juan Alfonso Ramirez Jr. Is Juan
Judge, we weren't able to
Alfonso
make contact with him. I don't know if I've used a continuance in this case, Judge. If I have not, I'd ask the court for one.
You did use it on January 25th, George, when you
Okay.
made an appearance and he wasn't present.
Okay, we haven't had any contact with him, Judge.
All right, what says the state?
So your request that judgment NICE be granted, a KP is issued, and all bonds forfeited for this notion defendant, Your Honor.
Judgment NICE will be granted. KPS issue bond forfeited to the state for the arrest of Juan Alfonso Ramirez Jr. George, if you make contact with him, bring him in.
I'll bring him in, Judge. That's all I have, Judge. May I be excused?
You're excused. Thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
All right, Mr. Trejo, who do you have?
Morning, Judge. I have number 40, State of Texas versus Francisco Villegas Jr.
CR 20099888H, Francisco Villegas Jr. Is this a NICE recall?
Right, Judge. A NICE was taken on February 22nd, I believe. That was the second NICE order, Judge. I am talking to my client. I give him the codes. I spoke with him yesterday. I'm not sure if he's logged on or not.
Yeah, under a Moto G Pure. Mr. Villegas, can you unmute yourself? The KPS ever issued on this one?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, give me 1 second. I'm going to just check to make sure that something was done real quick. You might have been able to escape. Okay, Mr. Trejo, the court noticed that there's no capias that has been issued by the clerk's office. So at this time, there's nothing. If his appearance here today will just be removed. Based on his appearance here today, it'll be removed. The NICE will be removed. The capias will be recalled, and it wasn't issued by the clerk's office, so we're good to go without having to incur a fee on behalf of your client. So he avoided that fee today.
Thank you, Judge. We have 45 days on this case, Your Honor. My client does live in Corpus.
Let me give you April 28th, 9:30.
Thank you.
Yes, you and your client are excused. Mr. Villegas, you avoided having to pay to get the warrant removed today, but let's not let that happen anymore, okay?
For sure.
All right, April 28th, 9:30.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome. Okay, Ms. Mendoza, do you have an announcement before I staff something with Ms. Pettis?
Yes, Your Honor. Good morning. Melisandra Mendoza on behalf of Ms. Ashley Abrams, Your Honor. She is logged in.
CR 21-12-651H and CR 19-15-566H, State of Texas versus Ashley Lynn Abrams.
Your Honor, at this time, I'm respectfully requesting a 30-day reset. We're still in negotiations. There has been an offer that has been extended, but I would respectfully ask for more time so that we can try to come up with an agreement, Your Honor.
April 12th, 9:30.
Thank you, Your Honor. This concludes my business before this on. I'm sorry.
No, I believe that was Ms. Abrams. Ms. Abrams, stay in contact with Ms. Mendoza. We'll see you on April 12th at 9:30. Both of y'all are excused.
Thank you. Have a good day.
Okay, let me staff the case with Ms. Bettis. Let's get into a breakout room.
Your Honor, I have no further business before this honorable court. May I be excused?
Ms. Huerta, you are excused. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you, Judge. Have a good one.
Mr. Saleta, can you hear me? ¿Me escucha, señor Saleta? Ya se puede retirar, sir. Ya le llamaron su caso.
Okay.
Bien, gracias.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, guys, let me pick up where we left off. I think we have a couple of people. Now I'm gonna close all of them. Oh no, Aaron and Ms. Pettis are still there. Okay, do we have any more announcements?
So do we have number 10 and 12?
Number 10, Julian Chavez.
That's the guy in green shirt.
Mr. Chavez,
Mr. Hernandez didn't answer.
Julian Chavez. That Mustang Shelby?
Yes.
Mr. Chavez, can you hear me? You're on mute. Can you unmute yourself? All right. Mr. Chavez, Julian Chavez. Carlos, will you let him know to unmute himself?
Puede encender su micrófono, señor Chávez.
Ah, ahí está. Creo que ya está. Ah, chécale. Sí.
Yes.
Morning.
Buenos días.
Buenos días.
Good morning.
Have you spoken with Mr. Jaime Hernandez, your attorney?
¿Ha hablado con su abogado Jaime Hernández? ¿Has hablado con tu abogado Jaime Hernández?
Sí.
Yes.
When was the last time you spoke with him?
¿Cuándo fue la última vez que habló con él?
Ayer y hoy.
Yesterday and today.
Okay. Was he supposed to log on?
¿Iba a presentar hoy?
Sí.
Yes.
All right. He has not communicated with the court or contacted the court, so I'm just going to go ahead and give you a reset date since you did appear.
Él no se ha comunicado con la corte y no apareció hoy. Solo voy a dar otra fecha.
Ah, ok.
Okay.
The reset date is April 28th at 9:30.
28 de abril a las 9:30 de la mañana.
Ok, gracias.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Gracias para tirar.
All right. Ms. Bettis, were you able to communicate with your client?
Yes, Judge, I was.
All right. And was he, did you have any input or any information to share with the court?
Yes, Your Honor. One of the concerns that we have is he is working pipeline in Louisiana, Judge. So my first question is whether that works with this device. And my second is it okay for him to come in if it does work next week, because he is scheduled and he would have to ask for time to be able to drive in from Louisiana unless there's some way they can hook him up over there. And I do need to correct a misrepresentation. I confused him with another client. He isn't going to school. He's only working, and he's working the pipeline in Louisiana.
All right, perfect. Victoria, you have answers to that question?
Yes, Your Honor. Recovery does have a representative in Beaumont, Texas. I believe that's the closest to Louisiana.
Perfect. That's a lot better than coming all the way here.
Yes.
And is there a deadline? Because he would probably, I assume, still have to ask for time off from work to get there to Beaumont.
Yeah, I can give him till a week next
Thank you,
Tuesday.
Judge.
Yeah, the 8th. As long as he provides confirmation to you, Ms. Bettis, and if you could please forward that to Ms. Rodriguez, then there won't be any other issues that we have to bring up.
Thank you, Judge.
But
He's aware of the fees and he's aware of how it works, Judge.
And I'm going to give him a reset date for 5 weeks down the road. Okay. Yeah, once he calls that he has a device, Jackie will give you a date.
Yes,
But
Judge.
it'll be 5 weeks down the road.
Is he still on, Judge? I'm not sure if he came
Yes.
back. Okay.
Yeah, he's there.
I just wanted to make sure that he heard the information, but I can always, I
Yeah,
assume he needs to contact probation to get the information in Beaumont.
Do you have that information with you, Victoria? I can put you in a breakout room with him.
I would need to contact the local recovery and get that judge, and then we'll give him a call.
Perfect.
All right.
All right.
Thank you, Judge.
Mr. Ledman, can we get your phone number?
956-416-7071.
Is that 412?
416
416.
7071. 7071.
Perfect.
Thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome. Thank you, guys.
Thank you. That's all I have. May I be excused?
You're excused.
Thank you.
Ms. Conant, what do you have?
Good morning, Your Honor. I have number 12 on the court's
All right.
criminal docket.
CR 21057038, Josie Cuellar.
Yes, Your Honor, and I did see her online.
Yes, I do see Josie online.
All right.
I understand that this is going to be a possible administrative dismissal.
Yes, and we've already provided the certificate showing that she completed her class.
What says the state?
Let me look into it, Judge. I did not see that on file. Did you provide it to myself or to Mr. Garcia?
Well, I don't know, and I understand that there's been a change, so let me just send you one. I'll send it directly to you.
Okay.
Okay.
Yuri, do you want me to just carry this over till Thursday and then if we can take care of it administratively if it was?
Yeah, Judge, if I get proof of it, I'll submit the dismissal.
Okay. Ms. Conant, is it okay if I set it up tentatively for Thursday and if it gets taken care of administratively, then we're
That'll be fine, Your Honor.
okay. Let me go ahead and reset that for 3/3, 9:30. All right. Josie, this may be taken care of administratively. Stay in contact with Ms. Conant, please.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Bye-bye.
Okay, Your Honor, that's all I have. You have excuse?
Yes, you may. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Looks like that takes care of my docket for today. What's in the log off?